welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. This is update 29. I verified that, I hope. Anyways, I've been busy last 24, 48 hours, whatever it is, since the last update. Worked with Mad, and we got our upper hatches in, complete with their piston mechanisms. Couldn't add overhead lighting, unfortunately, just not enough room. I'm sure if we had a will, there's a way, but you can see the piston doors work nice and smooth. This one here also works really well. So, and there are switches on both, or buttons on both sides. This one's here. Anyways, that's been done. They've continued to work on the snakehead over there. Last video he was doing lighting details, and with Gamma Bright on, you can really see the buzzard collectors and all that stuff in this build. It's just this nacelle is a work of art. Pure and simple, it's a work of art in there. The three guys that have been working on this, primarily Mad Squirrel, D-Bomb, and M. Heller, have done a really nice job on it. I've got some additional footage I might splice together of me and Mads and D-Bomb doing stuff on the build. I probably will slice that together for episode 30, just so I don't have to record stuff. I'll shoot an intro for it or something. But yeah, M. Heller's finger is in here now. His multi-reverse axis thruster thingy. Of course, it doesn't have all the mechanisms on the interior of it yet, but it will. Hopefully soon. Go ahead and speed up here. Fly under here. None of the underside details have been added yet. Those are coming Tuesday. Or so. They're on the schedule for Tuesday. Em was just telling me that forward strip thingy-majiggy underneath here, which I to me it looked like some sort of, because of the way that it had a texture in the high-res images of the actual movie model itself, it looked like some sort of, like, I don't know, sensor or scanner or something, you know, whatever a Starship would use. Sensor package, sensor array, high-gain antenna, whatever. But Em says it's not. It's just a texturing detail, so I went ahead and painted it gray. Anyways, I went ahead and added up these hatches. I gotta respond to that. Couldn't find gray. I'm just letting him know what I meant. I probably misspelled gray. Always want to spell it gray with an E. What else we got going on? It's up here somewhere. This is what we're talking about right up here. This big hunky-dory thing, majiggy. Yeah, I look for a texture to kind of match, and just to kind of match it. So this is the best one I could find, and it looks like somebody else did some work on it too. But the high-res images, it has a really unique look to it. It like a honeycomb gray look to it, but I'm saying it's just pretty much just decoration, so that's cool. But it is a pretty cool thing though, so if we ever wanted to make that some kind of a sensor or something, I'm sure we could with a retrofit. Mad went ahead and reworked this deflector as well. Oh, finally my speed kicks in. Hey. Yeah, it has a little bit more of a pop to it now, a little bit more detail, a lot more depth if you look at it. You can just almost see the board walking on it, you know? Yeah. Also, I went ahead and added in my, get my trusty little compass here, the bane of my existence on the server. Went ahead and added in, see what I mean? Down. 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 There we go. Went ahead and added in the EVA locker on this side of the ship. And, moving really fast here. So this is a unit that moves the EVA suits, if they're, because they're kind of, depending on they use the mech version, of course they're going to be heavy, you can't really move around, but they're just using the regular, you know, crew ones like you see in the show. They'll be stored over here, and they don't need machines to hold them on and put them on, but the bigger, heavier ones, the engineering ones, this is what this is for. It just kind of moves them around, so, and they can be stored in lockers and things like that. Over here, little area here. And a little control room right here to control the hatches and the pressures and stuff. And of course, what was I doing? Where's it at? I guess I changed it out, but we got like a little restroom right here, or whatever we want to call it or not. I also made sure that this was completely open so we could get the systems for it in. Spent some time putting in the first of the lifeboat systems for this side of the ship. That system controls all of these, and all these lifeboats are in. What I'm doing here, I also put the one in here for this small section here. There'll be 2 more of these added for this section here. One at this end for right around in this area here for this one, and then there will be one for these ones over here, and then again another one for these ones. So there'll be a couple more of those added, but I'm adding these as a shell around it, and then the lifeboat will sit on the inside of it, kind of a thing, so that you know, if the hatches are gone, you look up in the ship, you're not seeing, you know, ship interior walls. You know, you're seeing these things instead, you know, this blue stuff, so you get the idea, well, I guess that's an escape trunk for a lifeboat or something. So I've been working on that, getting that set up, making sure all the hatches are in. Most of them are, which is a good thing. The ones that weren't in, I went ahead and put in earlier today. So, and so they're all in, up above us. I'm going to start working on this medical complex area here, and I'm thinking of doing some other slight changes and things like that as well, just for continuity issues. So I'm pretty sure I can pull it off without having too much renovation work having to go on. But I'm in the process of filling in these cargo bay walls as well. We're going to use the same pattern that we used on the Voyager. So they're going to have, we'll have the wall going up with the lines going through it, and then there'll be like a little glass that goes on the side of it and stuff. But it'll be the same pattern as the Voyager is all the way around. And then we have to figure out how we're going to break this cargo bay up. Most likely we'll have a big section through here that they can access, but then everything else will kind of follow the hull, or maybe even just keep it a straight line. I don't know yet how we're going to do it, but it'll be several cargo areas in between these doors and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. Probably end up putting a bunch of stuff in, taking it out, putting it back in, taking it out, putting it back in, until we get something that we feel comfortable with. So it's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a big challenge. But you know, hey, we're all for it. I still have to add in the lift systems for this. I'll probably do that in a day or two. Get all the lift systems in for this stuff up here, so this upper bay, cargo bay, and all that stuff's all tied in. This is, of course, the computer core-ish thingy. We also have to add the computer core to the secondary hull. I think that'll probably be a smaller version of this core design. I'm not sure yet. We haven't worked it out. I was joking around. I was thinking we should add a secondary deflector to the ship since it's post-Nemesis, you know. But yeah, I kind of got overruled on that. I think it'd look kind of cool with a secondary deflector right up in here, you know. Repurpose this whole area right here into a secondary deflector. I'm going to pull a section of the ship out, this upper section. I'm going to do it just so we have it and take a look at it and see what it looks like. You know, it'd be kind of cool, but that's not the spec. I don't know about that, but anyways, this will be a theater, more like a demonstration facility, theater kind of a thing. Yeah, VIP dining, meeting, activity hall. So yeah, kind of like you know, you have somebody standing up here, like a guest speaker. Well, not that kind of theater, but you know what I mean, like a lecture theater, and people can have dinner and visit and whatever. But the main theater for the ship's, you know, entertainment and stuff's back here. What else we got going on here? Not a whole lot. Got a lot of stuff sitting out here in the boonies. Definitely tell this is being worked on. I mean, this has come quite a ways since just the pre-build stuff, and it just sort of morphed into an actual ongoing build, which was really surprising because I didn't think we'd get that much activity on it for quite some time, but wow. Look at it. She's picked up. They are still working, as I said, on the nacelle up there. Since the last tour, really haven't done much up there, other than M added his finger, and Matt's been working on the lighting issues. So, you know, it's a good thing. Get it all situated. What else got going on here? Of course, covered this as all coloring going in on these. What else we got doing here? This right here is for the Arboretum systems. So we won't need a dedicated separated system up there for it. Maybe an atmospheric systems, but the rest of the machinery for it will be down here. So most of the Arboretum stuff will be moved from up there to down here, and that'll free up some rooms up there for other stuff. Probably whatever we decide to put in there. What else we got doing down here? I had to remove this. Had to be repositioned slightly, so that the lift now works properly. It doesn't go up and hit a wall and have to sidestep and go up and hit a wall and have to come back. Well, so all this has been repurposed and set up. We're still working on the hangar, and this is a beautiful hangar. Look at this. Isn't it awesome? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like it. We put a Danube on this just to showcase that the lift will work for the Danube. It is large enough. It does fit it. Of course, this Danube, one of these has actually, this one gets parked way back here, and she might just I might have to move these shuttles back one. Well, I can't. There's a wall there. Okay, what I'll probably end up having to do then is put the Danube here and move the Type 7 back there. That means this one will have to get repurposed as well, because the Danube won't fit past these shuttles. Unfortunately, it's just too wide. So it'll definitely have to be up here up front. So that's something that's going to have to be addressed here before too long. I'll take care of that myself. These will still be in the same places, or pretty close to it anyways. I can always reposition them. Panic said that they're dead center, so that's what he did. That's what I will do. Got a little control booth there. Got our mass replicator fabricator thing here, plus the two engineering ones here. So we're covered as far as those go. Plus we'll put these in other locations as well on the ship for different things. There'll be another fabricator, most likely closer to engineering for, you know, quick go-to stuff. This is a really nice engineering deck, by the way. I went ahead and closed this area here off because we didn't need two hallways going to the same hallway, so didn't seem like it was a good use of space. And what we got here, these are dated for lighting, and I'm not sure, but I think that's part of the Arboretum setup. Yep. Yeah, and Am's been busy on the hall. Like you said, I think you saw it when I was over there looking at that place for auxiliary or deflector thingamajiggy. But as you can see, M's been very busy on this hall, doing the Aztecing of it. It looks pretty darn sweet. Yeah, looking pretty cool. You can see a little bit of the chunk loading errors. You get to see inside the ship when it happens. Kind of neat. A lot of these windows are just here, just just to note that these are purposed for something. They'll probably get taken out or filled in. There'll be probably a lot less windows along this section. I would really like to see that we contour this NCC onto this level right here. Where it's at right now, maybe if we got rid of the windows, it'll look okay. But we'd have to get rid of these windows here, which I'm not, I'd get rid of all the windows as far as I'm concerned. I hate windows. Yeah, if we decide to keep the windows, then we should go ahead and move the NCC, all of it up onto this level right here, and contour it around the hull. I know it's an issue with Minecraft, because it just, it's all supposed to be sloping down. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I mean, we can leave it where it's at, but if we do, I'd really recommend we get rid of those windows, which we'll probably do. In fact, I'll probably just fill those in myself later on, and not worry about it. But yeah, check out that Aztecing. Isn't that cool? I remember when I was building my Sovereign, and I had to build the hull by hand, And I know I get a lot of heat from people because that hull looks ugly and all that, but hey, you know what, that was built pretty much in creative without flight mode, because that was before we had the free flight mode, and you had to use another mod to have flight, world edit or something like that, world permissions mod or whatever, I forget what it was, but it gave us flight, and it was only in no light, so there was no lighting mods unless you had that. And then at one point the update broke all of that, so you had to walk around on scaffolding and, you know, set up glowstone everywhere. That's why the ground out here is all glowstone. It's because back then we didn't have lighting mods like we do now. Like Gamma Bright was a godsend, you know, and the fact that they added flight mode to Minecraft was also a godsend. But yeah, that's why that hull's all funky, is because, you know what, I had to build it by hand. You know, what can I say? I'm not a 3D modeler in Minecraft. All those hulls that you see, you know, like Monumentus hulls and all that, those are all imported. And they are a tremendous asset to have, especially if you're really bad at sculpting like I am. 3D hulls are awesome. Recommend everybody have one. And you know, a lot of people like, well, we'd like to join and help out on the server and stuff. And we get, on average, about 10 to 15 people a day that pop in that want to join the server. All I can really recommend you do, and I'll say it again, I've said it before, is grab one of those Monumentus hulls off of Planet Minecraft. He has several packs with multiple hulls in them. Use MC Edit, grab a small ship, plop it into a single player world, and build. You know, build a small ship. I mean, I started building Novas from the ground up. And then, you know, that's how I learned. And then I came on the server. I was invited onto the server. The Bomb72 recommended I join. I came on. I got to know some of the people on the server. I built my PyCon both I built the PyCon on the Molon Lube server, which is no longer up. And that was just strictly a survival server. And I built that ship in survival on that server. And that took an eon. But I did it in about 2 weeks. And they allowed me, I built most of it creative, and then one of the guys admins that came on and mirrored it so that it was finished, completed, so I could export it and bring it here and show these guys what I was working on. But that's, you know, if I can build a starship like the PyCon, which, you know, granted, it's not a real pretty ship, but, you know, it's got a great interior design, you know, deck layouts and everything, then anybody can do it. It's practice makes perfect. Don't give up. Just keep trying, and you'll pull it off. You know, with every build we learn something new, and we forget a lot of good stuff, and we have to relearn it, which really sucks. But you know, we got to constantly reinvent the wheel. We're trying not to reinvent the wheel so much on this build per se, but you know, it's a different design and different practices and different ideas. Like the hangar idea here is completely different than what you know, we were going to go with originally, which I'm really glad Mad and Panic and Bomb and even Blue Phobes all were involved, and of course Imheller are all involved in redesigning this hangar and getting it all done. I like this mechanism and stuff, but to be honest with you, I really think what I did over here, it looks cleaner. So, you know, it's just food for thought. You know, with these big lifts and stuff, big scissor lifts. Now this would be an awesome thing for like an interlock to hold the two hulls together. But as far as a lift goes, it's a little bulky. Takes up a lot of space. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, those guys designed it. It's, you know, it's in. So it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. But if I were to design it, I would design it just slightly different, kind of like what I did back there on that lift, which I'll also do sort of kind of on this. Actually, I don't think this lift up here. I think this will just be a wall lift. You know, kind of like this one over here in the center of the ship is. And the two in the back are also wall lifts. There's another lift somewhere, I don't remember where, just a small cargo lift or personnel lift kind of a thing to move people between decks really fast. But I don't remember where it's at. It's in here somewhere. Apart from the turbo lifts, the Jeffries tubes, and the gangways. But anywho, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server, and this is the Enterprise E build. Y'all have a great day, and talk to you soon.